Alright, so Orestes kills his mom, but it doesn't really matter because she just comes back as a ghost and she starts chasing him. And it's not just her chasing him. There's also these chicks called the Erinyes, or I think they're like the Furies or something. But so the ghosts chase him into this temple, and then Apollo makes them all fall asleep. And so they're all around, and Orestes is like, he's still covered in blood. He just ran out of the house after killing him. He didn't change or anything. He just like goes into the temple, he's dripping with blood, and he's touching the holy stone, and the oracle comes in and is like, what made you think this was okay? And Apollo comes down and he's like, peace. Look, I got this. And Apollo is like, you're totally cleansed of all your sins. You know why? Because I told you to do this shit. This is like the validation of every paranoid schizophrenic's fantasy. This is like the validation of every paranoid schizophrenic's fantasy. It's like, the gods told me to do it. Actually, for real, is what happened. So Orestes is like, sweet, it's a good thing that I'm not actually crazy. And Apollo's like, yeah, it sure is good. I'm glad you're not crazy, bro. Here's what you need to do next. You need to travel all the way across Greece. And you got to go to Athens, because that's where Athena hangs out. And you got to be like, Athena, absolve me of my sins. And Orestes is like, dude, I thought you already absolved me of my sins. And Apollo's like, yeah, but it, like, you got to get it notarized by two people. And it's like there's this great big holy bureaucracy going on, and we got all of this. You spend a lot of money, and so Orestes is like, all right, I'll go to Athena, and he goes. And then Apollo's like, sweet, and he goes up to space. And then Clytemnestra shows up on the roof of the temple, and she's like, what the fuck, guys? She's yelling at the Erinyes, because they're her, like, she's like the Charlie to their angels. She's like, what the fuck, guys? Wake up! Wake up! Wake the fuck up! Except, no, wait, it's Clytemnestra. I gotta do. So, wake up! Wake up! Wake the fuck up! But except she's like a ghost now, so she's gotta be like, wake up! Wake up! Wake the fuck. That's not how ghosts are. They're like, wake up! Wake up! Wake the fuck up! Alright, I've spent too much time on this. So Clytemnestra slaps them all awake, and she's like, guys, you gotta go kill him, because everybody in hell is making fun of me because I murdered them. And they are mad at me for that. And they're like, well, that's a valid reason. Let's go chase that dude. So they chase him, and he runs, and they run, and he run all the way to Athens. And he's in Athens, and he's like, he runs up to Athena's temple, and he grabs the statue like, safe! And they all run up like, oh, fuck. And they're like yelling at each other. And and they're also vampires. The Erinyes are also vampires. They're gonna like suck out all his blood. But he's like, no, I've been absolved of all my sins. So Athena shows up like, who the hell are you guys? I was over in my other city and I heard somebody calling my name and I come here and there's a bunch of vampires and some dude grabbing my leg. Like, what do you guys want? And the Erinyes are like, we are going to eat that guy. And Orestes like, no, don't let them eat me. I'm totally innocent. And Athena's like, really? Are you totally innocent? He's like, well, I killed my mom. And Athena's like, you killed your mom. Were there extenuating circumstances? Was it like self-defense? Did she have a knife or something? He's like, no, she didn't have a knife. She had a knife earlier when she killed my dad. And Athena's like, good enough, we're having a trial. And everybody's like, what's a trial? Because they haven't invented that shit yet. So Athena's like, I'm going to invent the judicial system right now because it's that important. So she grabs a bunch of people and she gets them together. And while she's getting them together, like Orestes and the Erinyes face off. Like, so then Athena comes back and she's like, all right, guys, call your witnesses or whatever. And the Erinyes don't have any witnesses. So Orestes just calls down fucking Apollo. Apollo is going to be his witness and his lawyer. Like his chief witness and his lawyer. It's really super unfair. Because Apollo is like Athena's brother or something. Or they're all like, all the gods are boning. They probably boned. Athena doesn't bone anybody, but he's probably like, I don't know, butt sex or something. The gods' loophole. So Apollo's like, Orestes is innocent, number one, because I told him to do it, so it's like my fault. Number two, not even a bad thing, because he was avenging the death of his dad. And the Erinyes are like, hell no, that's not a good reason. Like, he killed his mom. She, Clytemnestra, was not related to Agamemnon, number one. And number two, Agamemnon is a raging asshole because he sacrificed his own fucking daughter. Who does that? And Apollo is like, whatever. Women are not as important as men. You see, when a man and a woman love each other very much, a man fathers a child by planting a seed inside of a woman. Woman has nothing to do with it. It's just her belly is just like, it could be just dirt. Like, I mean, we're Greek gods. We've had people give birth because, like, somebody threw some jizz on the ground, because some people threw stones behind them, 'cause somebody jizzed on somebody's, like, thigh. Actually, that was your thigh, Athena. It was so funny. I'm sorry, but it was hilarious. But yeah, women are worthless. And Athena's like, yeah, I see what you mean. Because see, the thing about Athena is that she was not born out of a womb. Like, Zeus got some chick pregnant, true, but then he tried to initiate an abortion by eating the chick that he got pregnant, and then he got pregnant in his brain, and Athena just exploded out of his forehead. So Athena is naturally sympathetic to men, because... Actually, I don't. So the two sides make their cases, and the cases basically come down to this. The Erinyes are like, if we lose, we're going to make Athens a fucking shithole forever. And Apollo's like, I'm a god. I prophesized that Orestes was going to get off for this. So nobody's making, like, real legal arguments. This is the first trial, though, so you gotta give them some slack. And Athena, like I said, naturally sympathetic to men for some reason. So before the jury is even done casting their votes, she's decided that if it's a tie, tie goes to Orestes. And guess what? It's a tie. So Orestes is like, woo, I got to kill my mom and I don't go to jail. And meanwhile, the Erinyes are like, what? Yeah, remember when I told you that everybody was going to keep getting killed forever and ever? Well, I shouldn't have said that because I hadn't read this play yet. Nobody else dies. It's kind of lame. And the Erinyes are like, we're so pissed off about this verdict, we're going to start making laser noises. Pew, 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 pew. And Athena's like, whoa, wait, I own this city. I don't want you to do that. How about instead, I give you a job? And they're like, what's the job? And she's like, how about you guys are responsible for chasing down and harassing people who murder their mothers? And this is already their job, so Athena's kind of pulling a fast one on them. But she also offers them some land, which is nice. They get to live, like, underneath Athens and be kind of creepy and do favors for people. And they're like, alright, fine. So then they become the Eumenides, which means the good people, and it's the title of this play, even though the real title of this play should be Orestes fucking got off for killing his mom, hoo-yah. And then everybody lives happily ever after for some reason. Alright, it's been a long and fruitful myth, so let me break down what we've learned. Number 1, don't kill your daughter because you don't like the weather. Number 2, don't allow your estranged son into your house to murder you. And number 3, try not to be a woman in ancient Greece. Just a good tip. The end. This is just water.